There are 5 port authorities that operate in Korea: Busan, Incheon, Ulsan, Yeosu Gwangyang, and Gyeonggi Pyeongtaek. The Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries has a direct authority over the 5 port authorities. The main scopes of business for port authorities in Korea include development and operation of port facilities, land formation, management and operation of the district park, port redevelopment and construction of marinas port facilities, businesses delegated by the state and the local government. This diagram shows the organizational structure of the Busan Port Authority. The president is the head of the organization, which has 5 main divisions. The operation divisions, which oversees the port operation. The management division, which carries out administrative functions. The construction division, which carries out construction and maintenance activities. The global business division, which oversees the marketing and the business development. And the port regeneration division, which oversees the port development projects. There is also the Port Commission, which is an external auditor to all port authorities, and it carries out audits and inspections. Established in 2004, the Busan Port Authority manages over 30,000 meters of quay length, with a berthing capacity of 146 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 3 trillion revenue tons per year, and about 24 million TEUs per year. Let's have a look at the short promotional video for the Busan Port Authority.
A broad seaway toward the world. A new change for tomorrow. A vigorous leap forward to become the world's best port. We are the Port of Busan, a top-notch global hub port. Busan Port Authority. We move beyond Northeast Asia into the world. The Port of Busan is the #1 port of Korea that opened its doors in 1876. And a global container port processing over 18 million TEU per annum. Drawing upon its network with more than 500 seaports in 100 countries, the Port of Busan has become a global hub port. In addition, due to its location on major sea routes linking Asia, Europe, and the Americas, more than 100 carriers, including the world's top 30 leading carriers, call at the Port of Busan. As a regional logistics hub of Northeast Asia, the Port of Busan prides itself on favorable geographic location and access to the sophisticated feeder network linking China, Japan, and Russia. The Port of Busan also channels its best efforts to host IAPH, the world-famous port conference, and the Busan International Port Conference, BIPC, the first port-specific international conference held in Korea. The Port of Busan is leaping from Asia's gateway to the center of the world and opens up broad seaway for the brighter future.
The Port of Busan is equipped with an excellent infrastructure, with safe access for the ultra-large container vessels, and it has a very versatile hinterland. On top of that, they have created a business-friendly environment for the customers and the shipping lines. And that is why the global carriers are highly satisfied with Busan Port.
we leap forward to become the world's best port with leading competitiveness. The Port of Busan, located at the junction of the world's major sea route linking the sea and the continent, appeals to customers around the world with know-how and infrastructure benefiting its customers over 140-year-long history. We ensure accurate operating schedule for carriers and offer safe, swift, and precise cargo services for consignor shippers. In particular, we exert our best to ensure navigational safety and take initiative in bolstering up security in and around the port.
Busan Port is geographically near huge Chinese, Japanese, and Russian markets. It also boasts cutting-edge facilities and excellent port infrastructure and an optimal transportation network which includes railroads and expressways. Such competitiveness has given us great faith as we lead Korea's port logistics industry together with our trusted partner, Busan Port.
Furthermore, the Port of Busan is materializing the dream of futuristic ubiquitous port with its U-Port system built on the cutting-edge information technologies. The Port of Busan, offering the best port services around the clock, will always dream with customers and continue to move forward to become the best port in the world.
부산항의 발전과 함께 걸어온 부산 항운노동조합은 365일 24시간 안전한 부산항 운영을 위하여 항만 인력을 공급하고 있습니다. 동북아의 중심, 세계적인 항만 도시 부산의 내일을 위하여 부산항만공사와 부산항운노동조합이 함께 하겠습니다.
We are building a ground for success and happiness of the brighter tomorrow. The Port of Busan in the 21st century is solidifying the foundation to become a center of global logistics industry. The new port construction project is progressing by phases as planned, and the Port of Busan is advancing to join the league of world's top-class ports, boasting up-to-date infrastructures and cutting-edge automation systems. The hinterland of the Busan new port will create stream of high-value cargoes by doing assembling, sorting, packaging, processing services beyond traditional cargo handling service. In addition, competitive rent offerings and diverse tax benefits will add Busan Port's attractiveness in the hinterland logistics complex as a global business center. The Port of Busan is materializing the dream of turning Korea into a major marine industry powerhouse by initiating Northern Port Redevelopment Project, which is one of the biggest national projects in South Korea. Upon completion of the North Port Redevelopment Project, the Port of Busan will contribute 31.5 trillion Korean won in economic knock-on effects and create more than 120,000 jobs as a hub of international marine tourism. The Port of Busan is environment-friendly with room for rest and romance. Cruise ships from all around the world would like to pay visits to the scenic environment and friendly port. The Port of Busan has become a new brand of world-class marine tourism and culture. As a city full of excitements, the Port of Busan will make tremendous contributions to the national economy with enormous knock-on effects in production and employment in harmony between global business environment and cutting-edge port services.
Busan has such a beautiful sea and port. You can enjoy shopping, film festivals, and diverse cultures as well. Time flies because you're happy and having so much fun.
The Port of Busan, awakening the sea in its dynamic advance. We will lay the groundwork for success and happiness for the brighter tomorrow by continually challenging and innovating. The Port of Busan, a top-notch global hub port, now advances toward the world. Busan Port Authority.
Incheon Port Authority, established in 2005, manages over 28,000 meters of quay length, with a berthing capacity of 128 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 92 million revenue tons per year, and about 3 million TEUs per year. Let's have a look at the short promotional video for the Incheon Port Authority.
Being the hub of Northeast Asia means being the center of unbounded passion. We move forward based on a high level of expertise and trust. Connecting Korea and the larger world more quickly than ever before. A center of world-class logistics and marine tourism. This is Incheon Port. Since the establishment of the Incheon Port Authority in 2005, Incheon Port has constantly expanded its facilities and services to become the second largest container port in Korea, leading the country's real economy. It has grown to become a hub of logistics and trade in Northeast Asia. Drawing on the success of Incheon New Port's container pier, where large container ships can berth, Incheon Port is expanding its container pier in order to become a high-tech, smart port. The South Port has both general and container dedicated piers, and will also host Smart Auto Valley, a used car export complex to be opened by 2025. The Inner Port is a multi-purpose port located in calm waters inside the Lock Gate, while the North Port is a comprehensive port for industrial commodities. With its designation as a cold chain special zone, the Incheon New Port Hinterland Complex will handle high value-added cargoes. An e-commerce cluster will be operated at Aam Logistics Complex 2 to make logistics more efficient at Incheon Port Hinterland. In response to the evolving needs of customers, we are using advanced ICT technology to enhance security and the accuracy of logistics information. We have also adopted Green New Deal initiatives which protect the sea and local environment, while also allowing Incheon Port to contribute to the national economy. As a gateway port to Seoul, Incheon Port is opening the door to a greater future. Rebirth as a marine tourism hub. The Incheon International Ferry Terminal is connected to 10 cities in northern China via car ferry routes to provide express logistics services and to serve as a bridge for tourists between Korea and China. The Incheon International Cruise Terminal is a hub for cruise tours, which are the heart of marine tourism. And Golden Harbor will be the center of global marine culture and tourism with shopping, leisure, resort, and entertainment facilities. We will open the door to a new era by becoming an economic engine and center of urban culture. We'll lead the Korean New Deal through port redevelopment and reach the world through the promising hinterland markets in Northeast Asia. The gateway to success and opportunity. We are Incheon Port.
Ulsan Port Authority, established in 2005, manages over 20,000 meters of quay length with a berthing capacity of 160 16 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 71 million tons per year. Let's watch a short promotional video of Ulsan Port Authority.
Like the heart that symbolizes life, Ulsan Port is an economic engine leading Korea's rapid economic growth. Like the heart that supplies blood to the whole body, Ulsan Port serves as Korea's largest liquid logistics port. The power of Korea. The heart of Korea's industry. This is the Ulsan Port. With deep water and low tides, Ulsan Port has the ideal natural conditions as a port. It is Korea's representative port that was once used as a gateway for steel exports to Japan during the Samhan era and the quintessential port for Korea's exports since industrialization. Ulsan Port is the biggest industrial port in Korea. Since its opening in 1963, Ulsan Port has been developing as the largest industrial port which supports the automobile, shipbuilding, and petrochemistry industries. Nowadays, Ulsan Port handles about half the volume of annual automobile and ship exports in Korea. Ulsan Port, Korea's #1 liquid logistics port, is continuously making new changes to become a multifunctional, high-efficient port with differentiated competitiveness. At Ulsan Port, there is a power source, an energy that is moving the industry. Ulsan Port, Korea's premier port for liquid logistics, is fully equipped with complete infrastructure, including dolphin piers, which can accommodate 150,000-ton class oil tankers. Crude oil buoys, in which 300,000-ton oil tankers can load and unload crude oil non-stop through an undersea pipe, as well as a large-scale storage facility. Ulsan Port is responsible for more than half of the national imported crude oil. Port of Ulsan is the source of power for Korea's industries and will become the liquid logistics port in the world. Ulsan Port is linked seamlessly with industrial complexes. Ulsan Port is making its economic efficient and cost reduction due to the Korea's largest industrial complex in hinterland. Ulsan Main Port is Ulsan Port's main import-export gateway. Onsan Port supports the Onsan National Industrial Complex. Mipo Port serves as the symbol of the world's premier shipbuilding powerhouse, Korea. And Ulsan New Port will be a cornerstone for oil in the northeast region. Ulsan Port, which is made up of 4 ports, is a highly efficient and multifunctional port organically connected to the surrounding industrial complexes. Ulsan Port prides itself on its competitive geographical advantages as it is located in close proximity to nearby industrial complexes, as well as excellent transportation connections via road, rail, and air. Through state-of-the-art port operation systems, including port mist, vessel traffic control systems, automatic identification systems, and sophisticated port equipments, Ulsan Port is developing into a world-class port. We will open up the sea routes. Ulsan Port, the liquid logistics port of Northeast Asia, will venture into the world. We will become the center of the world. We will cooperate with global corporations and become the center of the maritime industry in the 21st century. Ulsan Port, the mecca of liquid logistics, will lead the heart of Korea's industry.
Yeosu-Gwangyang Port Authority, comprising of two ports of Yeosu, a passenger port, and Gwangyang, a multi-purpose port, was established in 2011. It manages over 35,000 meters of quay length, with a berthing capacity of 133 ships. The cargo handling capacity in Gwangyang Port is about 188 million revenue tons and about 4 million TEU per year. Gyeonggi Pyeongtaek Authority, established in 2001, manages over 14,000 meters of quay length, with a berthing capacity of 63 ships. The cargo handling capacity is about 94 million tons per year. Different tasks carried out by the Port Authority can be categorized in three main segments: port operation, port maintenance, and the port administration. Port operation manages the port infrastructure, superstructure, operational activities, facilities, sales and related charges, and the security functions, while port maintenance manages the construction activities and repairs related to port infrastructure, superstructure, machinery, and equipment. All administrative matters are managed by the Port Administration, which are related to accounting and finance, legal, human resource, audit, marketing, and PR. Compared to Port Authority functions of micro-managing business and other related activities, the regional offices of the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries function with a broader scope of aligning port business and related activities to the national policy framework. Different tasks carried out by the two agencies are indicated in the table, which clearly emphasize the difference. This table indicates the different activities related to ports and the distribution of their responsibilities. The Port Authority is in charge of managing port facilities, dues, freight management, port security, management system, vessel traffic system, information and sales management, construction and maintenance of port facilities. The Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries is in charge of ferries management, new port construction, maritime safety management, policy and legal issues related to the marine world, and the management of retired ships. Next, we'll have a look at the characteristics of different port operation systems worldwide and the system used in Korea. National ports are managed from port development to operations by the central government directly through port law or presidential decree. The usual characteristic of a national port management operation system can be summarized as follows. The activities of the port are directly controlled by the central government. The port administration generally has the responsibility and authority to control all ports within its territory. Port business has a high priority in the national policy framework. Under port nationalization, all facilities and related services are provided by the central government, while under state-owned ports, the basic facilities and the infrastructures are built by the state, and some upper facilities are leased by the private investors. Benefits of the operation system include the ease of securing development cost and the reasonable and balanced overall development, considering the public interest. However, difficulties involving the unique characteristics of local communities can be sought to overcome. Municipal ports or local port authorities are common in Europe and Japan, where the local government of municipal authorities directly manages the port with local autonomy. Advantages of such ports include smooth cooperation between the local government and the port, and the ability to secure a competitive status. Ports competitiveness by port management according to local characteristics. However, there is a potential for port policy decisions to be politically influenced, and local governments may have limited funds to support the port. Port authorities are managed by independent committees from the central or local government. The committees deliberate the budget and resolve the settlement of accounts and the business plan. The deliberations are to be carried out by the port authority, and they are separately established, managed, and operated. Port operation is conducted by the ports, which holds independent authority over human resources and have high levels of financial independence. Generally, operate by non-profit government organizations with strong public interest. The Port Authority system pursues both public needs and economy at the same time, and adopts an independent accounting system or the enterprise accounting system. The operation of major ports in Korea are carried out by the port authorities, and the ports are owned by the government as a form of state-funded port authority. Ports in Korea are constructed accordingly to the port law, in accordance with the master plan, and investment in port facilities is shared among the government, port authorities, and private enterprises. Investment in facilities excluded from the scope of port construction, such as breakwater, are covered by government. Some facilities are built through private investment. In port operation and management, non-profit businesses in marine environment and port control or security are carried out by the government. Although the Port Authority is generally established by a national or local autonomous entity, Port Authority in Korea are national corporations funded entirely by state-owned assets. Port runs by private companies are the force operation system. In this system, a private company develops and holds or secures and manages operating rights of a port through a rental method. One person is appointed by shareholders of the company to be in charge of the port. One advantage of such a system is the high quality of service provided by the port. That being said, this system is relatively difficult to secure publicity because it involves the private ports made to create profits. This diagram highlights the changes in Busan Port government. State ownership and operations have been carried out in Busan Port since the mid-20th century, and in 1990, the Korea Container Terminal Authority was established. The terminal operating company system was started in Korea in 1997, and in 2004, the Busan Port Authority was established. A comparison of the past and the present status of the governments of Busan Port governments is shown in the table. As you can see, operations have shifted from the central government to the Port Authority, which is an independent governing body. A strong dependency on the national economy has resulted in a self-financed entity, balanced between public and private benefits. The possibilities of specialized expert management is a key strength of our present status, but the national imbalance in port development need to be addressed. The Busan Port Authority was established for two reasons: a lack of locally focused development and inflexible budget management. The establishment of the Busan Port Authority has resulted in high-quality port services, better marketing functions, timely and productive investments, and balance between public and private interest. The current status of Busan Port's governance can be summarized in this diagram. Port management rights and the appointment of the Port Authority President and Commissioners are conducted by the central government, while the Port Authority has a final say in the port's development, management, and operations. Finally, the private sector is involved in operating terminals. The Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries has two roles: to direct policies relating to maritime development, utilization, and conservation, and to establish maritime administrative policies. The role of the Busan Port Authority is to develop, manage, and operate the Port of Busan.